Hi guys, JurassicJunkie here, and you've all been complaining of them pictures of Wonka, and now look what you've done. Welcome to the Friday Night Rant. So yes, you've been saying that they're slightly wrong, and I was tweaking them and I was getting them the right size, and then they all fell off. And I've had to put them down there now, but that teaches me for putting things up with blue tack. So, let's crack on with the sponsored by a drink. And this week, I actually found it in a shop, and I didn't even know this kind of stuff existed. It's a new brand of Magners. So I nabbed it up straight away, because it is called Spiced Apple and Rhubarb, which is a bit of a random combination, to tell the truth. So, as I'm like a drink pioneer, I thought I'll try it for us. So let's give it a go. It actually does smell like rhubarb, which is worrying. That's nice, but the trouble is, ooh, the aftertaste is quite nice on that actually. The aftertaste is nice. The problem that I'm having is it's cider, and I've gone off cider. So if the fact is it wasn't cider, it would be quite nice. But no, that's not bad. Right, first thing I'd like to do is just, if anything, just a few words about Mr. Jobs. Obviously, he's passed away this week. I know I just did a video where she was crying, and a lot of people gave her flack for it, and I can kind of understand them being annoyed as well, because it kind of makes them look like an attention whore, but I'm not here to argue that. The thing is, a lot of people were saying like, well, you didn't know the bloke, blah, blah. I was like, at the end of the day, a lot of people that die, like celebrities, people mourn for him and stuff like that, and no one really knows him, but it is a shame to lose Steve Jobs, because at the end of the day, obviously he's the Apple man, and I'm not a big Apple fan myself, but what I am a fan of is pushing technology forwards, and that's what that bloke did. And the thing is, he did set the standard of a phone, and then obviously everybody's done it, and at the moment I think the Samsung Galaxy is a really, really good phone. But to tell you the truth, if it weren't for his push of the phones, Samsung Galaxy wouldn't be where it was, and all companies need somebody else to push them further. So if the Wii brings out motion controls, next minute Microsoft and that lot have tried to bring out the Kinect and all the different things, and a lot of people say, oh, I wish they never didn't, but it's not the point. It drives us forwards, and that guy did drive technology forward, so it is definitely a shame to have lost that bloke. So the first thing that's actually really pissed me off this week, and it is Battlefield 3 beta. And you might be like, whoa, JurassicJunkie, I thought you liked the beta. I do like the beta. And the reason I like it is because it's a beta. And I don't know why, this claw is beta claw. But yeah, the thing is, it's not a demo, it's a beta. It's there to iron out bugs, and there's plenty of bugs, and people are finding them, and they're putting the videos on YouTube, and that's good, it's funny, everyone should have a laugh about it, especially the slug guy, that's pretty damn creepy. And yeah, and obviously they're going to fix it, and then when we all buy it, we're going to have a little update, and next minute everything's fixed, and it's good. But a lot of people are going, oh, I'm not buying this, it's full of glitches. Of course it f***ing is, that's the point of it. If it was a demo, and they said, this is the final product, then you could moan and fucking toys out the push and go, oh, I don't like that. It's a beta. So how can you moan about glitches? That's the point of it. And a lot of the fanboys have actually been kicking off saying, oh, we didn't want these maps, They're free. You can play Battlefield this second for free, and you're complaining what map they gave you. I just can't understand the mentality about some people. You're just like, what? Why? You've got to complain all the time, haven't you? And some people saying, oh, there's no jets. It's going to be in the main game. You've not seen the trailer. There's jets flying all over. What are you talking about? It's just one map to just test it out, and loads of people go, you know what, I don't like that, and then we'll get mass feedback and go, well, we'll remove this and we'll fix this and tweak it, and it's good that they've done it, and it just pisses me off that everyone's moaning about it. So some time ago now, I spoke about the new set of Flash coming out, along with it being combined with Air and a few other Adobe products, because they're trying to justify themselves, if anything, because HTML5 is so powerful. Everyone's like, well, why do we need Flash? But they brought the big guns out, and it says it was going to bring 3D gaming, and a lot of you may say, yes, well, HTML5 could do this. It didn't matter. The point is, Flash shown off that they could play Unreal 3 this week, and it ran sweet as a nut. And on top of it, somebody's gone along and bought Team Fortress 2 actually played through a browser, and that works fine. It was a bit laggy, but he did say that was the software that it was actually running. And just before I started recording this, apparently Crytek are now looking in what they can actually use this flash for. So it's actually got a lot of people excited, and they're all starting to look into doing things. So it means that we could potentially have a lot of awesome online games coming about. And the thing is, if it's online, you're obviously not going to have the physical copy, and all that thing is going to be sad. But it just means it's going to inject the kind of gaming experience that would normally have through crap things like Facebook. And don't get me wrong, I never played a game on Facebook. For the people who do, you may have a really good online experience, because if you can sit and play Unreal Tournament against somebody else on Facebook, that's definitely going to beat your Mob Wars fix, isn't it? So yeah, and I know in the past I've actually had games running as well. The thing is, all the time, every time I ever say a comment now, at the back of my head, I've always got to think someone's going to pull me up on that. So forever, I'm always thinking of little clauses to stop people attacking me. So this is one thing which I don't know much information on. It's a bit of a grey area, and it's worrying me. And it's Mass Effect 3. Now, I've not read anything really about Mass Effect 3 on the simple basis I'm buying that game no matter what. And there's been some rumours simply saying that there may be an online multiplayer / co-op mode. And at first I actually thought, you know what, I don't want that. That's not my Mass Effect. My Mass Effect is single player, great story. Don't throw in multiplayer, it's not needed, and how would it work kind of thing. But at the same time, I completed Uncharted 2 this week, and first of all, that's a fantastic game, really good game. So it's just worth buying a PlayStation 2 for, just to play Uncharted 2. But did I say PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3? Anyway, and the whole point was, I've completed Uncharted 2, and I was like, oh, that's awesome, such a shame it's finished. And then as I quit, I noticed it's obviously got the online mode, the multiplayer mode, whatever it's called, and I thought, how would Uncharted work online? That just won't work at all. But me being me, I click start, click try, and it's fantastic. It really is good. It's dead refreshing, because I'm used to a normal first-person shooter. You're looking down a gun, off you go. Or I'm either driving a game, or that's practically it. When I play multiplayer games, they're all very similar. Obviously, all of them have the different quirks, but they're very similar. And to play Uncharted 2 online was so fresh, so new. I was just like, this is really good fun, so I'm going to start putting some time into playing Uncharted online. But that, after doing that, made me actually think, I'm thinking the same about Mass Effect. First I was like, ooh, that game shouldn't be a multiplayer game. But at the end of the day, if it's crap, you just don't play it. So with that, I'm now excited to see what this multiplayer is, if it actually happens, because like I say, it's rumours. But the thing is, EA's quoted, it's got a killer new feature. I don't know what that is, and I can't see just a gun or a weapon upgrade or something like that being a killer new feature. So I think it's something big. And a rumour's going around at the moment, and that if you buy the collector's edition, you get an online free pass. Now this is the worrying bit. I know a lot of games, especially EA, are starting to push this online pass stuff, where is if you buy it first hand, you get to play online. If you buy it second hand, you need to buy a pass to get online. And that's kind of okay, I understand. But to say only the collector's edition people get to play online kind of implies that the people who buy the normal edition won't. Now if you pay £40 for a brand new game, and then on top of it they try and charge you to go on the internet, that's in robbery, and that will not go down well with the gamers. And the especially thing is, if they pulled that trick on FIFA fans, they might get away with it, because a lot of FIFA fans play online. They buy the game to play online, so to charge them obviously is very naughty, but they're the kind of people who go, well, I've got to really, because I want to play online. But to charge Mass Effect fans to go online is suicide, because they've never tasted online gaming with Mass Effect before, so they can live without it. So why try and pull that on them? Now, like I said, this is all just rumours at the moment, but a lot of things are pointing to multiplayer, so fingers crossed they're not going to try and charge for it. And if they do, that could damage the franchise, and that's what I'm upset about. But at the end of the day, EA, I don't know why, a lot of people hate EA. For some reason, I've always been fine with them, but looking at them, they're pulling some stupid tricks off lately, and it's really bad. And I'm starting to hate them more and more now, and I'm just worried that it could damage a game that I really love. Now, this is... Each week I tend to talk about some news that has happened or something throughout the week. It tends to be like a puff piece or something like that. And this was going to be my like puff piece. But thinking about it, it's really, really, really sick. And a lot of people may have already heard about this, but if you haven't, there was a 26-year-old man from Utah, and he was staying in Salt Lake City with some friends, and apparently he was with a group of boys around the age of 12. And they was taunting him, and he was drunk, and he got mad. So kind of like last week's Friday Night Rant, where it says he went round and strangled a kid. But this one was a bit of a step up in a very, very sick way. And what he did is he got the 12-year-old boy, and he stuck a Wii remote up his bum. I know a lot of you are going to laugh when I've said that. And when I first read it, I also laughed. But thinking about it, that's terrible, because Wii remotes aren't small. If it was like that, then that's fine. But they are bloody big things. Like, that's gotta hurt. And the worst thing is, he did it, and the other boys saw, and nothing was said. And then he came back the next day and did it again while I was sober. So obviously the guy's tapped, and the police have got hold of him there. But it took him his second attempt before the police was notified. Now obviously his kid was very scared or very stupid, and they didn't notify him. But the thing is, that's really, really bad for this. I don't even know how you'd get something so blunt. In fact, I'm going to stop there, because the thing is, it's one of them things, it sounds funner, and as soon as I heard it, I thought I can run away with that on Friday Night Rant. But at the same time, it is incredibly sick and a shame that this guy's put this child through that, so I can't really touch it. So time for a shameless plug. If you fancy yourself a bit of a Pac-Man person, then on Gaming Unity for the next week we are having a Pac-Man competition. It's just a normal classic Pac-Man, and you can play it on Atari, PlayStation, emulator, MAME, whatever you play it on, as long as it's the original one with the original rules. Play it, film it, upload it, chuck it on GamingUnity.com, and obviously the winner will be crowned in a week. So if you fancy your luck, have a crack on there. And another plug, which is not just a shameless plug, it's an explanation as well why there won't be a Friday Night Rant next week. And that simply is that I'm off to the Game Link. I think I'm going up on Friday, or it might be Saturday. It all depends how it all pans out. But the thing is, I'm going up. Jesus Christ, the game's gone. Where's it gone? That it. To become the record holder of this game. So yes, I'm going down to the Game Link this week to play Afterburner 2 and try and beat the World Championship score and become the World Champion myself. So we shall see how that pans out. The good thing is I'm going to take the camera down, there's going to be a load of YouTubers down there, and it's going to be nothing but gaming all week. So the thing is, when I come back I should have a nice compilation video of all the fun and goodness. But the sad thing is, next week's Friday Night Rant will not exist, simply because I'll be on a train more than likely. And at the same time, I don't know when my new job's starting, and when it does start I'm doing 12-hour shifts, and sometimes they're night shifts. So that could land on a Friday Night Rant. Now, when I know when my shifts are going to start, I'm going to pre-prepare a Friday Night Rant. It's on a Thursday, so make sure I always upload one. But if they just drop it on me and says, right, you start tomorrow, then I might not have a chance to prepare. So the thing is, I'm just trying to say is, if a Friday Night Rant is not up for the next few weeks, it's not because I've given up, it's simply because I can't cram one in. And that leaves us to the question of the week. So, as I come to do the question of the week, the SD card is full once again. So I've had to transfer it to the computer, I've broke flow, I don't know where I am now. So I'm going to give you the question of the week, and while I do so, I'm going to make you sick. So, this week's question of the week is quite simple. The PlayStation 4 is probably going to be called a PlayStation 4 because the other ones have been 1, 2 and 3. But the Xbox, I'm getting dizzy now, the Xbox was an Xbox, then it was an Xbox 360. Jesus. What is the next Xbox going to be called? And if you say 720, that's a bit boring. Come on, let's use your heads. Whoa, this is... Whoa! Let me try and walk. Joanne, I made myself dizzy. Where are you? She's gone. She was here a minute ago. But yes, what are we going to call the next Xbox? Thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers. Bye.